You think hard work is armor. You think if you keep your head down, you'll be safe. By the end of this, you'll see why that belief quietly ruins careers and what actually keeps you protected. Here's the uncomfortable truth most people learn too late. Offices don't run on effort. They run on perception, incentives, and fear. Hard work matters, but it's not the shield you think it is. Sometimes it's the target. The first reason hard work doesn't protect you is because visibility beats effort every single time. You can work like a machine in the background, fixing messes, saving projects, carrying dead weight. But if the right people don't see it, it might as well be a hobby. Offices don't reward output. They reward remembered output. And here's where it gets dangerous. If the only thing people see from your work are your mistakes, you're in trouble. When your successes are quiet but your errors are loud, your reputation becomes distorted. One small slip can define you because no one saw the 100 things you did right before that. If your manager only notices you when something breaks, congrats. You just branded yourself as the problem solver who also breaks things, not the leader. And fixers don't get promoted. They get used. Meanwhile, someone who talks confidently in meetings, repeats obvious ideas, and attaches their name to shared wins looks strategic. It's unfair. It's annoying. It's real. Working harder without managing visibility is like whispering your achievements into a pillow and hoping HR hears it. The second reason is darker. Hard work threatens insecure people. This is where things get spicy. You think being great makes you valuable. Sometimes it makes you dangerous. If your boss feels replaceable around you, your hard work doesn't inspire them, it scares them. And scared people don't mentor you. They block you, quietly. They give you feedback that sounds supportive but goes nowhere. They move the goalposts just enough that you can never quite reach them. They say things like, "You're doing amazing, just not ready yet," which is corporate for, "Please stop reminding me, I peaked 5 years ago." Office politics is less about villains and more about fear. When your effort highlights someone else's weakness, you become the problem, not the solution. Hard work doesn't protect you here. It makes you visible in the wrong way, like shining a flashlight directly into someone's insecurity. The third reason is that effort without narrative gets rewritten by others. If you don't tell the story of your work, someone else will. And trust me, they won't cast you as the hero. They'll say things like, "Yeah, the team handled that," or "It kind of came together," or "My personal favorite, we all pitched in." Suddenly, your late nights belong to everyone. Your idea becomes something we discussed. Your contribution gets watered down until it's just office soup. Office politics love silence because silence is editable. When you don't speak, louder people fill in the blanks, and they fill them in with their name. Hard work doesn't survive translation unless you control the language around it. This isn't bragging. It's basic survival. If that makes you uncomfortable, congratulations. You were trained perfectly for a system that benefits people who aren't. The fourth reason is that offices reward alignment, not sacrifice. This one hurts the most. You can bleed for a company, skip breaks, answer emails at midnight, rescue projects that were doomed from the start. But if your effort isn't aligned with what your boss is measured on, it's emotionally touching and professionally useless. Leaders don't protect effort. They protect outcomes that make them look competent. If your hard work makes their life easier in invisible ways, it's taken for granted. If it makes their metrics look good, suddenly you're high potential. Same work, different framing. Office politics isn't about who works hardest. It's about who understands the scoreboard. And no one explains this because it sounds cynical. But it's just incentives doing exactly what incentives always do. The fifth reason is the quietest and most dangerous. Hard workers assume fairness will eventually show up. They think it'll balance out. They think consistency will save them. It usually doesn't. Offices don't self-correct. They drift. They drift toward comfort, toward familiarity, toward people who feel safe to promote and defend. Meanwhile, the hard worker waits and waits and builds resentment like a savings account with terrible interest. Politics doesn't punish effort directly. It punishes naivety. If you believe the system will notice you on its own, you're betting your career on vibes. That's not noble. That's reckless. Now here's the part most people miss. And this is where the tension finally breaks. The solution is not to stop working hard. That's lazy advice from people who failed loudly and rebranded it as wisdom. The real move is to work hard strategically. You don't just ask, what needs to be done? You ask, who needs to know this was done? And why does it matter to them? You learn to speak up without being obnoxious. You document wins like a quiet historian. You align your effort with visible outcomes. You read the room before you dominate it. You protect insecure egos instead of accidentally poking them with your competence. And yes, it feels weird at first. You might think this feels fake. It's not fake, it's translation. You already do this in real life. You don't talk to your boss the same way you talk to your friends. Office politics is just social awareness with consequences. Once you see this game clearly, it gets easier. You stop taking things personally. You stop thinking you're crazy. You realize the problem wasn't that you weren't good enough. It's that you were playing chess like it was a treadmill. Lots of movement, no strategy. Hard work is powerful, but without awareness, it's just unpaid overtime with a good attitude. And now you know what to do with it.